Villains.
Okay.
And we're about to, we have a film company now, CPF, Carolina Picture Films, working on movies. We're doing a whole lot of stuff right now. And working on the new album. First, we're gonna put I just put out a mixtape, but we're gonna put out another mixtape before the album comes out.
Okay.
You know, Carolina Music Group, CMG, Official Villains, all day, every day.
Speaking of Carolina, I mean, let's talk about like the whole movement and the Carolina sound, man, because I know, I mean, there's a lot of artists that come from the region, but like, what's really going on that you see right now, and who's next, and are they signed to you, or you got somebody under your wing?
That's what Carolina Music Group and Official Villain represents right now. That we're making a total movement, you know, due to the fact that we have overwhelming talent there, and they're really not getting the recognition that they deserve, because at this point, it's like you got a whole bunch of basketball players that's just running around the court.
Right.
And they don't have a coach.
Right.
So, you know, right now, Official Villain, Carolina Music Group, we are forming a coach team, you know what I mean, a staff of coaches, you know, and we're going to put these people in the proper places. We're going to, you know, put this Carolina puzzle together where it's going to be remarkable. You know, it's going to be following in the footsteps of the great people that did it before, you know, that started from nothing and made something. You know, Master P, for instance, the No Limit movement, Cash Money movement. You know, it was nothing until someone sat down and choreographed this whole vision of where they wanted to go and took it there. And I'm the Big Papa Petey from Carolina, and both sides, not just north side, but north and south side. So I'm definitely, you know, one of the main ones that are looked at and respected in that aspect. I mean, you can't, I mean, regardless of the fact of whether you like my music or you don't like it, I mean, you can't take away from what the facts are. The facts is that I'm #1 there. So.
Not only did you create an anthem, but you basically are the ambassador for the Carolinas.
That's what I am.
There it is.
That's what I am. Big Papa Petey, CMG's Official Villain in the building.
You already know what it is. DJ Q, don't go anywhere. Back in a second with my man Petey Pablo. Y'all know it's going down.
Yeah.
B96.5, Blazing the Bop and R&B. DJ Q still in the studio, doing a real big special celebrity guest in the studio. My man Petey Pablo, man, and I'm really showing love, man. I got a lot of respect for you, man. Not only as an artist, but you know, like I said, just being honest enough to come up here and chat with me as a DJ, man.
That's
because you know, you don't get that grassroots marketing anymore,
no,
man. Like you barely see posters. You know what I mean? You barely know people's albums.
And see, that's what Official Villain and Carolina Music Group, that's what we're going, that's what we represent, that's what we do. You know, I mean, and I say it all the time, a lot of people, again, it goes right back to what I just said the first time. People think because they're themselves that, hey, I don't have to do this.
Right.
But the only reason your albums don't sell, people don't realize that the only reason your albums don't sell is because you don't sell your albums. You know, a lot of people want to throw it out there. If it swim, it swim. If it drown, it drown. But see, we don't do that. You know, over here at Carolina Music Group and Official Villains, what we do is we beat the streets, because there's a lot of people don't have money to go to arenas to see these people. You know, a lot of people don't have money to fly to Miami, to Vegas, you know, to places where celebrities mostly only want to go because they only want to play big markets and big events. But you have to, who's the spokesman for the little people? You know what I mean? And I said that in my first record, you know what I mean? All my overlooked hick towns, you know, that's what I do, you know, as and you'll find that I'm one of the most humble individuals in the game, regardless. And I'm gonna forever be in the game because of that, you know. I mean, money hasn't changed me, money hasn't, I mean, it has altered my way of living, of course, you know, but at the same time, I'm not too big to stop, like, you know. I just walk from the hotel to the Rite Aid and get me something to smoke on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not too big for that. I mean, and that's what sells records. When people feel like they have a connection with you and they feel like they can understand you and they feel like what you're saying they can adapt and identify with. And that's what we do. We hit up, we fly crazy. We have our own flyer press, you know, the T-shirts, all that. Right. So you get ready to see a whole lot of that from this Carolina movement we're about to do.
Y'all pay close attention. We not going anywhere. My man Petey sticking around. He's hanging out with me, DJ Q, the Takeover.
Q is going to come hang out with us tonight.
Yes, it's going down.
You heard him say
you never know where we're going to be at. Could be 4th Street, could be Cole, but we're going to be somewhere in the city, so pay attention to
tonight.
B96.5 DJ Q, Petey Pablo. Let's talk about the new single, Pockets on Bank, man. So, tell us about, it's been a little minute since people heard from you.
Right.
What separates you now, 2011, from, 5 summers ago?
I've grown a whole lot. I've learned to come out of my own head because, ever since, and see what a lot of people don't realize is I haven't not been working. Like, I work every day due to the fact that I have a studio in my house. Every house that I have a studio in.
Okay.
And not only am I a rapper, I am a producer, I am an engineer, I'm a runner. So, I don't need nobody in the studio with me. I go in and I can do everything. I mix, master, I do everything myself. So, I'm one of the bad ones, and that's another reason why I feel like this movement that I'm about to do is getting ready to be, phenomenal, because I know how to do this. I'm not just going to bring you in and be like, okay, then we need to find somebody else. That's time consuming and that's very costly, and I'm not out trying to beat people. I'm trying to create people and invent people, so I ain't trying to beat you. So when you come in, I'm going to work hand in hand with you. So, it's going to take a little minute, but a tree can't bloom until it's the season. You can't graduate until graduation. Right. So, be patient, and it's going to work out.
So, at one point, you had a situation with Suge, And
it really wasn't a situation. See,
it wasn't, it was just...
It was a misconstrued. Okay. People got it misconstrued. Me and Suge was cool. We're cool individuals, and we were, hanging around one another at the time. And we just, felt each other's vibe at the time. And everybody just assumed that I was signed to Death Row. I've never been signed to Death Row. Never had a contract, never been there. But me and Suge were just cool people. And but hanging out, with Death Row Mogul and, Petey Pablo, hey. So everybody just assumed what they want to.
Right.
If I was hanging out with Paris Hilton, they'd assume something else. I'm talking about. But
Freak a leak.
Hey, I'm talking about. But no, I've never been signed to Death Row, and but big ups to Suge and the whole West Coast, because I still got all love and respect for the West Coast, because the West Coast love and respect Petey Pablo. Man, speaking of the West Coast, man, today marks the 40th birthday of Tupac Shakur, man. Like, do you what's one of your favorite Tupac Shakur moments, man? Like that either Brenda Had a Baby.
Brenda Had a Baby.
That's when I fell in love with the Tupac movement.
Wow.
Yeah, Brenda Had a Baby.
That was a deep video too.
That's what made me really want to. That's what's one of my guiding points. Okay. I heard that record and I was like, this man is, regardless of the thug image he projects, or regardless of what people may say about him, this man has something on his mind, and he's saying something that is inspirational to people, as a whole. And this is regular people, like Brenda having a baby and throwing it in the trash can, like.
Wow.
No. Don't take this the wrong way, but you don't really hear about this in white communities. So this is something that we, as a minority race, can understand. It's like, hey, this man is talking about my cousin. My cousin just did that. Wow. So that's what made me really get into making music that the average, everyday individual can understand.
B96.5. I'm telling y'all gotta pay attention. Don't go anywhere. Petey Pablo is in the studios. We rocking out. We talking about everything from the film industry to what they doing with the Carolina music group movement. And y'all definitely gotta pay close attention, because my man Petey Pablo got a new single out. We've been talking about Pockets on Bank, and we're gonna talk about them a little bit more when we come back from the break. So y'all pay close attention. It's B96. B96.5 DJ Q still in the studio with my man Petey Pablo. Now, before we get out of here, man, we gotta let people know how to get in touch with you. Social media is running the world. We gotta get the Twitter, the web page, the Facebook. How can they get in touch with you? Whether it's a young artist, whether it's a female that's got an upcoming singing career, or she just want to get in touch with you for whatever, you know what I mean? But how can people get in touch with you or your company?
We got a lot of stuff. Okay, we got Official Villain Music at Gmail. Official Villain Music at Gmail. And then we have CMG CPF at Gmail. The Twitter is The Real, DAREAL PETEY. The Real Petey for Twitter. And one of them will put you somewhere else where you need to be.
Y'all hearing it here first. DJ Q, thank you once again. Petey Pablo coming up, man. Definitely representing, showing love to the city, man. 502. Y'all seeing it, hearing it here first. And it's going down so major, man. Make sure y'all check out the new single, Pockets on Bank.
Make sure you request that. That right now, it's about to go on iTunes, Amazon, Rap City, and all other... I forgot what he told me to sing to drop. But either way, you know, all of them, you can find it. You can find it. All you gotta do is look for it, and we're about to Google it. We're about to shoot a video pretty soon. We're about to start shooting a lot of videos. So what we're about to do, official billing, Carolina Music Group. We're about to flood the market. So if you don't know what that means, God forgive me for saying this, but it's about to be a tsunami in the music industry. That's what we're gonna do.
There it is.
You know, we're gonna tidal wave it. You hear it?
Y'all hearing it here first.
Man, right here's the first one. The first big ups, man. Big ups. Cause this is the first place we stopped to do it. B96.5. All day, every day. If you don't know now, you know. Get your mind right, stop chewing bubble gum, get you some damn chewing gum. Please believe it, I said that.